Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Shannon Rutherford, the town planner for Farmington. This is the Farmington Historic District Commission, and I will start with a roll call of our members. Jim Calciano,
Here.
Joanne Lawson,
Here.
Cliff Mix,
Here.
Michelle Fallon,
Here.
Chair Jay Bombara,
Here.
alternates Liz Gemsky and Henry Pertel are absent today, and Ted Sanford.
Here.
Perfect. Thank you, Mr. Chair. It's all yours.
All right. I'll call to order the meeting of the Town of Farmington Historic District Commission for May 20th, 2025. Our typical first order of business are public hearings, but there are none today. So we will move on to old business, and that is Jack Kemper application along with the Diesels for review of exterior finishes for new single-family home at building lot number 8088, aka 7 Church Street. If the commissioners recall, we did grant a temporary certificate of appropriateness for the construction of a single-family home on this lot, with some of the detail work still not approved. So they're back here today, I believe, to fill in the details and get our approval for that. So with that, I'd ask the applicant to, well, you can do it from there. There are mics, but whoever's going to make your presentation,
You can.
to identify yourself and give an address, and then make your application.
Just make sure you're speaking into one of the microphones because it will get picked up in the recording.
Okay.
Please. Thank you.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. I'm JP Bertulia with Prime Homes, representing the Diesels. So we're gonna go over the exterior finishes. We jump right in. I think the cupola is first. So we're planning on using the Dalton cupola from Weather Vanes of Maine, situating it above the garage.
Okay. Material.
Copper roof and composite cupola.
Okay.
All right, the front door, the basis of design is a Simpson 2130 to be painted. And the big
panel that is shown, I mean, what we're seeing here
Oh,
is representative.
Yep, that's a 6 panel. Yep,
Yep.
raised panel.
Thanks.
The side entrance and rear is the 7944 by Simpson basis of design. It's a half light, 9 light, 2 panel, raised panel door. The garage door, the basis of design is the Canyon Ridge carriage door. The windows, the basis of design is a Lincoln SDL double hung window.
Are those 2/2, 3/3? What are they?
It varies. I think there's 6/6 and 8/8. Yep, 6/6s and 8/8s. Lastly, we're using a visual comfort light collection for the post and wall sconce lights. The wall sconces, there's 2 that flank the front door, 2 that flank the garage, and 1 affixed the side entry door.
And there's 2 backyard floodlights that are going to be installed as well.
Yes.
Correct? Okay.
Yep.
Motion sensor? So we're on switch activate?
Switch.
Thank you. And then this is the post for the carriage lamp at the driveway or
Out by the street. Yeah.
at the front walk?
Yeah.
So on Church
Church Street.
On Church Street. Thank you. Okay. Any other material details to share today? I think that covered everything I think Jack sent to me.
Yeah, I think you guys have already looked at the siding.
Yeah.
And the roofing.
Siding and roofing are all approved and
Yep.
reviewed. Yes. And the columns were reviewed and approved at the March meeting, correct?
Okay.
Okay.
Now,
I think that's it, Mr. Chair. So to go to questions for the commissioner.
any questions or comments?
I think the wood entry doors are appropriate. They're wood doors, which we approve on a regular basis. The windows, aluminum clad.
Believe so, yes.
Okay. And I noticed Jack had the 5/8 mutton bars circled. I think that's a choice that is more traditional than the wider ones. So I'm fine with everything.
Michelle?
Yeah, I caught the aluminum windows. So the other questions that I had, relative to the house, is there going to be any sort of stone on, kind of overlay on the foundation, or is the foundation just going to be the regular, cement?
Yeah. As of now, concrete finish.
Okay. The other thing is, I don't think I saw the placement for the gutters. We usually look at that.
Oh,
Yeah, it just probably isn't in yet. So
Okay.
that's Jack's aware. So in March, we detailed, it was a pretty comprehensive list in
Yeah.
here that we gave him that still needs pretty much all the other exterior finishes, I think. They're
Yeah.
still perhaps working on some of these. This is what was ready. We did list gutters, so entry doors, lights, gutters, block, and any other exterior features not specifically shown on the drawings. So we just, it may not have been spec'd specifically yet, so.
Okay. The other thing was, I looked at I looked at the landscaping plan, and just a curiosity question, the placement of the HVAC, the condenser unit, like, will that be in a place that is not, if it's well, let me just ask the question. Will that be in a place that is not visible to the road, or either road, or it is, what we would look for are like plans to, put landscape around it or something?
We're hoping to have it in the back and not visible.
Okay, all right. So that would be a consideration. And then I also saw the fences. I couldn't tell if they were visible to the road either, but just a little detail. And then finally, the hatchway, I don't think is at all visible to the road, but just wanted to confirm. Okay, thank you. That's all I had.
Thank you, Michelle. Jim?
Yeah, yes. On the windows, I'm glad that the mullions are going to be smaller, because I looked at the house down the street that he suggests we look at, and the mullions are pretty wide, and it doesn't look as good as the ones that are smaller. So I like that. Doors are wood. That's good. The wall sconces, are they very, you were scrolling through them, very similar to the post light?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Smaller. Yeah. Okay. All right. And then the only other question I have is the dual light. Is that the garage light? There's a double head.
The little white lights.
The white one. Yeah.
No, it's a floodlight for the rear.
in the, which, the backyard?
Yeah.
For the dog.
Got it. And for you to find the dog. Okay. No, that's it. That's all I had. Everything looks pretty good to me.
Joanne?
Unfortunately, I have several questions because as I was looking through the drawings this time, I noticed it mentions PVC a lot. And when we were talking about it on March 25th, we were just talking about this LP Smart Side material is proposed for the siding and trim. But now it looks like there's PVC trim. Am I right?
Yeah, I see Jack has PVC trim around the windows. Is
I
that,
don't think he had mentioned that before. It wasn't listed on the old drawing. So that was
I can
confusing.
bring that up. I know the columns were the PVC.
Yeah.
So the columns were PVC. I can bring up March, his hands drawn.
But if you look back at the March drawing, it's not labeled.
That's good. Yeah, there were a bunch of iterations on that, so just bear with me,
Yeah.
and I should be able to find. Oh, record documents, share. Let's go with this.
I mean, PVC, we have approved that.
We have.
Yeah,
Okay.
a lot of houses. Because it lasts.
Okay. Thank you. I just.
And you can't tell the difference. You can't tell the difference.
Okay.
Yeah.
I could see the difference on the drawings, and so I
Right.
wondered.
No,
So
what
I
was going
said
on.
board and batten on the garage. Here's a window trim.
PVC.
Uh,
Yeah, he does.
B658 panel, 7.25" PVC trim, and then a 8535. Some of this I don't know what it is. I don't.
That's a
know.
molding
Ted,
profile.
you happen to know?
Yeah.
But there is a PVC trim called out. This is specific to the bay window.
Uh-huh.
Sill 1/8 inch plus or minus historic sill. And 3/4 inch. To me, it
Cove.
looks like it says
Cove.
love.
Cove.
Cove,
Cove,
C-O-V.
Yep. Love.
At
That's a
recessed
molding.
panel. So, but the material, the only material that seems to call out is this PVC trim up here at the top. And then the column, I'm pretty sure we discussed was PVC. Again, there's numbered I'm not sure, the B660
Yeah, those are all molding profiles.
and the 8047. Okay, so that's the shape, not
Yeah.
necessarily the material.
No, and those are probably wood.
Okay,
Those are not wood, or, I mean,
No, the 8047 and the B660 are wood profiles. I don't think they're available in PVC.
oh, okay, but the rest of it will be
But
PVC.
even if it were,
You
you
could make
you
it.
would not know the
Okay.
difference.
Sorry to be so picky, but
Oh, that's
I also have a question about the exterior doors. I like the doors that I could see. But do we not need to approve the south elevation door and the west door because they're not going to be visible from the street? I mean, when you're on a corner, it's kind of hard to have anything that's not visible from the street.
That's the
There's-
front door and the side door
But there's a door over here that's not, they're not,
to the garage.
yeah, but it's,
Garage door.
We have the garage door.
So here's the garage door, and then this is
Those
the
doors,
door with
they
the
show.
lights, but this shows just a single panel.
That's east. Which
Yeah.
So that's this door facing, so
yeah,
it'll have the 2 panels rather than the 1 panel that's shown.
but then the one that's labeled south elevation has another door, that one.
Yep.
That's not the front door.
Correct, but you're
the back patio.
correct. And as you
And
look
so
at
I'm
it,
just want confirmation that's not visible.
so as you look on a profile standpoint, it's here, correct, Mrs.
Mhm.
Diesel? It's this door, so the garage is gonna block the view, so I think even as you're walking,
Okay,
even if you're
You're not gonna
walking
see it.
north on Hart Street,
I think the neighbor's house would block the view.
I think correct, because you've got the house here, you got,
Which is close to
you
the
might-
road.
Yeah.
you might, so it is the same door?
Hmm.
So, okay. It's gonna be a Sullivan or Simpson door?
Correct.
Okay, will it have, is it gonna be the same nine panels on top with the 2 on the bottom, a 9 and then 2?
No,
Okay. That's fine, because the elevation shows, has the appearance that it'll be all windows all the way down, but that could have just been shown
Oh, I see.
schematically.
Yeah.
That could have been shown schematically before you actually selected the individual door. So the back,
Does this door fall into the board's purview?
it's questionable. There's probably an argument that it doesn't, but is the intent that it's gonna be a Simpson door
Yes.
anyhow, and it's gonna be a wood door?
I think he drew it like that because he was thinking originally it was gonna be one of those kind of French doors.
Okay,
It's exactly the same as that Simpson door.
this side. So you're gonna do the nine lights on the top and then the two wood panels at the bottom.
Correct.
Easy
All right.
enough.
thanks. And so finally, the garage door, I haven't approved garage doors before. Could you tell me what that's made of and what that will look like?
Yeah.
Hang on, I'm making a note and then I will move to the garage door. Give me 1 second.
Just to save them having to come back again, if it's a Simpson 15 light door like shown in the drawing, do we care?
No,
Okay.
No.
Make that part of the
Thank
motion.
Because knowing Jack, I think he's going to tell you, you need to have that door there.
So we'll give you the option.
Yeah, so you can do
Does-
either one.
Does the board like the Simpson door specifically, or are we good to use that as the basis of design and use something that looks like that door?
A wood door.
A wood door.
A wood door, so
So it
not,
doesn't
but not a
have to
fiberglass
be
door,
Simpson.
not a fiberglass door that's painted to look the same.
Right.
No.
Correct? We're
Correct.
good with that? Everybody's on the
think we
same
are.
page?
Yeah,
Okay. Okay, so garage door, I've got it up now, and I'm sorry, would you repeat your
I
question?
just wanted him to tell me what the garage door would look like. It's just design 11, which is going to be painted, not wood grain. So it'll be just one color,
Yes. White.
and it's made of composite faux wood.
I think it's a steel door.
It's what?
I
Steve,
think it's a steel door. I hope it-
yeah.
right?
That's the window,
Somewhere.
sorry.
It's not the faux wood look composite overlay? Over steel?
Oh,
4-layer
no.
construction steel and insulation plus steel plus composite overlay. Is
Oh. With a painted finish.
With a painted finish.
the finish.
Okay.
Yes, thank you.
And smooth, not wood grain.
Okay, it wasn't 100% clear to me as I went through all the details. All right,
Cliff, do you have any questions or comments?
No, I think they're all appropriate and very nice. Thank you.
Liz, are you on? I can't recall.
No,
so that's away.
Okay.
No, I'll double check.
Do we have anybody else? Or if not, you can go to the public.
Well, technically not a public hearing, sir.
Oh, okay. Well, if somebody real strongly, I consider taking a question, but I assume not.
Okay. Do you want me to add, to see if there, so if anyone has a question regarding
Yeah,
the
somebody
discussion
has a
this
question.
afternoon, please raise your hand using the feature in Zoom and you'll be acknowledged to address your question to the commission. No, I'm going to assume I've got a lot of high school students. Yeah, I recognize some of the, I recognize some of the names, sir. There are no hands raised to ask questions regarding this matter.
Is there anyone here in the audience that would like to ask a question? make a comment? No pressure? No. You don't have to, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, I just like the idea of asking because we are making decisions on details and I know it's not. a public
Absolutely.
hearing, But I think it's appropriate just to make sure nobody wanted to comment. Okay, it sounds like that's it. I don't have any additional comments. Does someone want to make a, we're making a motion though to approve?
Correct.
Yeah.
Right, because these are the final, this is what I'm gonna use as a benchmark when the building permit comes in. So
Okay.
all of this is, I'm trying to make sure that we've got this correct
Mm-hmm.
in the meeting notes and as detailed as possible so that when the building permit comes in and we're looking, trying to make sure that it aligns with what's discussed.
Yeah, that's great. Perfect. Okay, do we have a motion to grant?
I have a question, on the garage door. As the door is metal. Now, I don't remember us ever doing a metal garage door, so we want to talk about that before we,
So I think it's a metal door with a composite overlay, so,
it is a composite overlay,
yeah, so,
but smooth, not the
yeah,
wood
Not a
finish.
brain.
Okay, that's,
and that pretty much appears like.
okay, good.
Is that correct? Your understanding?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes,
If it for
Yes.
some reason isn't, then you're gonna have to just come back and we'll.
let you know.
Okay, so with that clarification, do I have a motion that we approve the temporary certificate of appropriateness for the details as in the application today and discussed today?
I'll make a motion that we approve a temporary certificate of appropriateness for 7 Church Street with all the conditions that we talked about and that have been recorded.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Further discussion on the motion? Hearing none. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed by the same sign? Hearing none, motion's carried. You're all set.
Thank you.
So I think we have to come back with the gutters and stuff, or? is
Yeah,
this-
so they'd have to come back for gutters if there's any other additional.
And if there's any other final items, it'd be the gutter, so.
I just wrote the gutters, if we could just confirm or put in our notes that the exterior condenser unit just won't be visible, or if it is, whatever.
Well, if it's visible, they'll have to come back.
Yeah, and then the fencing, if that's visible, same thing. If it's
Okay.
visible to the street, then the materials become of interest.
Fencing and
Didn't we approve fencing?
I'm not sure what fence,
Yeah.
There's 2 little fences, and on this, if you pull up the landscape plan,
that's what I've got up.
yeah, okay. So,
Down a little.
yeah, there's on either side and
Oh,
there's
here.
shrubbery. It looks really nice, and I just couldn't tell if you'd ever be able to see it from the street or not. There's 2 small, right there. I mean, it looks like it'll be done really nicely, but our interest, or I'll speak for myself, I guess, the interest really would be the materials and the overall design of the fencing.
Yeah, no, I
Okay,
think
so
that-
these
that's-
couple of panels here that are gonna connect the garage to the south property line is what you're referring to. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I hadn't picked up on
And then
that.
there's one on the,
there's one on the other side too. It's like almost the same size.
Okay,
Those are gonna be picket
Yep.
fences.
so 4-foot high white picket fence. So it'd be the same. We'll just get the details on the spec sheets.
Yeah,
For
you know,
those
if you have
in
a
the gate.
picture like you have the lights, that would be that sort of thing.
So fence and gutters.
Fence and gutters, yep.
So-
Gutters, and we confirmed that the hatch for the basement is,
It didn't look like it was from the
Not
street. We
visible.
confirmed it's not.
there's the hatchway on the south elevation. So it's all the way over.
Yeah, it didn't look like it could be.
No, it's gonna be way over here.
Yeah,
So, I think we'll be okay. Yeah, it's on the very last bump. So. Yeah, it's here. It's gonna be coming, so some of these foundation plants are gonna get pushed out around it, but it's gonna be over here in the far southwest corner of the home. We should be all set.
Are you all set, Shannon? with what
I
you-
think so. Yep. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Everybody else too. Okay. Again, you're all set. You'll come back for those couple of additional exterior details when you're ready. But otherwise, good luck.
Yeah, well, thanks to the commission.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks for
you.
your patience. Okay, that was old
Oh,
business.
absolutely. Thank you.
Staff report, do we have anything to talk about?
No, sir, not, I don't have anything.
Can you
unless
remind me
anyone
where we
has any
are on the
questions.
historic district expansion?
Yes, it is. It was on the agenda last week
Oh,
to set a hearing for June 9th.
oh,
So it's the same night as there had to be an adjustment because town council was on the 10th, but graduation is set for the 10th. So they moved town council to the 9th, which coincides with TPZ. So we are, everything will be accommodated, but I'm not sure whom will be presenting at town council because I will be driving at TPZ and Mr. Daigle may be otherwise
all right.
yeah,
We'll try to make that.
engaged.
So just a reminder, there's two properties that we passed with a couple of recusals that for the Historical Society are trying to put into the District 729 Farmington Avenue and One Mountain Spring. So
Okay.
people that are interested in that and the expansion of the historic district, if you can try to make that hearing or just keep your eye on it. I don't
Yep,
suspect we'll have any opposition, but it's a good thing. I think everybody agrees.
Yeah.
Okay, no staff report minutes. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes of the April 15?
I make a motion that we approve the minutes of the April 15th, 2025 meeting.
Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
I have a second. Further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
I,
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you, Cliff. Minutes are passed. Anything else before we adjourn? Hearing nothing, meeting adjourned. Thank you, everybody.